Look at this. This is an old sweatshirt that I bought. Goes over lots and lots of layers. It's huge. So look. Anyway, it's a little chilly here today, more than a little. But going to church as soon as I'm done with... I bet you thought I fell, didn't you? I'm sorry, I did not fall. It sure is quiet. It's so nice out here on Sundays. It's windy and it's about 39 degrees outside. It's chilly. As long as the wind doesn't whip up real hard, we'll be okay. We're gonna throw the ball for Monty for a little bit and then go for a walk. How's that sound? And then I'm hopping on the train. Bye-bye. Right, Monty? Bye-bye. All the red trees are blooming. Here comes Monty's friend. Watch this. Monty, wait, let me take your leash off. Hold on. Watch Monty's antics. That's how much he loves that dude. Come out this way in case somebody comes out the gate. Come on, guys. There's an interested, is it? That's not a Doberman, is it? No, not a Doberman, a Rottweiler. He's interested. He's like, can I chew on that dog? Is that a squeaky toy? Is that dog a squeaky toy? Don't worry, we did not bring the squeaky ball. We brought the ball that's supposed to whistle when you throw it, but it doesn't. Well, hello, mister. Do you have a friend here? Are you very excited right now? Are you very excited? I know you are. I know. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. I know. Your favorite part of the day, isn't it? When your favorite dude is out here and your mom. That's it. Life is good. Life is very good. Ooh, I love these white trees. See this tree here? I forgot what they're called. They put a thing in this park where you can, it's like a QR code and you can scan it and then it tells you what the trees are. It's like a map with numbers on it, and then it tells you what the trees are. Anyway, these glorious white trees, the white blossoms, they turn purple. The whole tree turns purple, except for the bark. The bark gets dark, and everything on this tree will turn a dark purple. I know you don't believe me, but it's true. And we'll show you. And there's usually this one squirrel. We watch her make her nest every year. She lives here and has her babies in this tree. Purple, I tell you. Purple leaves. Look at that tree. He's like, yeah, I'm really old, but I'm still doing it. And then the white, my mom's favorite tree. That big white one that doesn't, the camera never does it justice. Unfortunately. If anybody knows what that is, could you please tell me? The big white tree? Okay, let's see. What's going on? Home sweet home. And there he is in all his glory with his ball. Roger likes to accidentally hit me in the back with the ball. Once he hit me in the face, that hurt. It was one of those spiky balls. And he was only about 3 feet from me when he did it. He puts this ball, this orange ball that's supposed to whistle when you throw it. It's got a hole in it that goes clear through it. It's rubber. And he puts it on the end of his cane and uses, you'll see, uses his cane as a thrower. No one says good morning yet. Oh, yes, you did. Who is it? Bottoms up. Regarding the girl back to me. What? Regarding a journalist. It's so bright out here. Very, very difficult to read. Here, let me get in some shade maybe. Let's try that. I have to be ready to run after Monty. He does this, he's very sneaky. First of all, his eyesight's amazing. So he sees his enemies. He thinks he has enemies from a distance before I do usually. Oh, Roger just hit him with his cane by accident, of course. And so when, hi Fluff, it's always you guys in the morning. So what time is it there? Aren't you guys 6 hours ahead? Hey, I sent you an email regarding a journalist who got back to me. Yay! Good job. I was in such an awful mood yesterday. Just so like sort of, well, you heard it. I'll have to tell you. Hi Fluffy. Hi Zoe. Oh, okay. So you guys are ready to eat dinner, you know? Is it dinner time for you? Late lunch? Early dinner? Monty, come! Monty! See, okay, he just has to poop. He'll see what he thinks is an enemy, and then he'll pretend like he's going like to sniff or something, and then he'll make a beeline for the dog he doesn't like. And I'm just not fast enough. Our friend June is a long distance runner. She's the one that's doing the marathon. Monty, come. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Oh my goodness. Say, Roger, don't throw that ball so far. Stay, Monty, stay. Grab him, Roger. Hey, Roger, can you not throw the ball quite so far? Throw the ball a little shorter. For him, because he's got a toenail that's bothering him.
Oh, okay.
And I have to cut it. I'm going to go to church today, right after I'm done. So,
Okay.
no, oh, no, we're not doing that. Who are you looking at? Oh, you're going to go get those two. You're going to go fight with those two poodles.
Puppy.
What?
That's a cute little puppy.
Those are standard poodles. They're not little.
Oh, that one over there.
No, he's after the poodles.
Oh.
Come on, play with your ball. Where's your ball? You have a treat? Something you can show?
Yep.
Did he leave the ball somewhere or what's going on?
there.
Where?
By your tree.
Okay, I'll go get it. Can you keep a hold of him so he doesn't bite anybody?
He won't bite it.
Yeah, right. Like the last time you had him. We fight like husband and wife, don't we? But we're definitely not anything like that. Roger is 82 years old. He just likes the dog a lot, you know. Doesn't have much to do with me at all. Hey, good morning, guys. Okay. Here you go. Look at your buddy, Monty. All right, just not so far, okay? His back toe is hurting.
No, don't go begging, buddy.
Hi, bud.
He's had breakfast.
You can give him some.
Can he have a treat?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me his name one more time.
Riley.
No, it'll probably be like 10 more times, honestly. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Come here, Riley.
Gentle.
Do you see it?
Gentle.
Do you
He
see
won't
it?
sit. His back legs are pretty
Okay.
much
No.
gone. Gentle.
Good boy. Good
Good
boy.
job.
Wow, he swallowed it whole like a pill.
Yeah. He's pretty good with pills too. With peanut butter, obviously. Though.
Does he do it?
Peanut butter.
Not
Oh, the pill's
Monty.
Not too big. He
Ooh,
just,
look at that
he
one.
licks it off my. Okay, that's enough, baby.
That's
Thank you
enough.
Very much. No. That's
Dad
enough.
says that's he's a boss.
The only time, like, he all of a sudden, like, he's like 2 years old again, is if there's treats around. He's like, oh man.
Yeah, he looks pretty animated suddenly.
Yes, he does. As opposed to everything else this morning was kind of like a slow
You want another
slog.
one?
All right, where did I put his leash? I'll be right back with his leash, okay?
That's it.
That's all.
It.
Treats wise. Okay, Mont, don't worry. He's got the ball. Roger, you have the ball. There you go.
When was the last time you played with the ball, you big stinker?
He's like, I'm just looking at it. Jeez. Here you go.
Excuse me, big old. Okay.
He's super controlling over his balls.
Well,
Yeah.
dogs are.
Yeah.
Short one. Okay.
But he's got, so many. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna get his leash. Be right back. Okay, I wanna check my chat, really. Okay. Hey, Fluffy, I'm not sure if I saw it. I was really tired last night. I zonked out at about 11 o'clock. And after everything that I did yesterday, which was work all day, basically, I just needed sleep badly. So when I got up this morning, I was like, woohoo! Fluffer, I saw the pic of you in SPTV merch. Aww, I love your hair. Zoe, isn't that sweet? That warms my heart. I don't have merch. I don't want merch. Imagine one more thing to keep track of. No, thank you. Besides, my merch would have like cockroaches with fangs. I love it how creators will sometimes go on, some show and say, I really don't think that it does any good to yell at people. So, yeah, I know other people have different styles, but I just don't. I don't really think it's helpful. Natalie has my phone number, but thanks, Fluffy. I talk to Tony on the regular. Tony is a good guy. I love him. So they can call. She can call me anytime she wants.
I'm just putting my hat down.
I've never talked about this publicly before, but it is just you guys. Let's see who's in here. Oh, it's just us. Okay, so Natalie came in the middle of March, I guess, with Tony, and we got to meet, we met them in front of the church and we got to audit together briefly. And it was fun because a bunch of the students that I had met. Are you going to throw the ball from here?
I said where it is.
If not, you don't know where it is?
No.
Oh, I'll find it. Hold on. Did you check your pockets?
Yeah, I thought it was it. I thought I had it, but apparently I don't.
Oh, it's right here. Monty has it.
Oh,
Here,
okay.
buddy.
That explains it.
Yeah. You want to give your ball? Yeah, he does. He wants to check. So, what happened, Shannon? Yes, my Tony is a very nice gentleman. Very, very nice man. She asked me if she could interview me when she was here. I said, sure. So I thought we'd just say a few words while we were auditing. And we talked and stuff, but nothing happened really. There was no interview. Then when she left, she set up an interview with me 3 times and canceled 2 times. And then the 3rd time, I was literally sitting, this is March 13th, LRH's birthday. Isn't that on the 13th? And I sat by the computer waiting because, you know, we meet in the green room. So I sat there waiting and nothing, nothing, nothing. So I go to her channel and she's interviewing Kelly Copter. And I just sent her a text and said, so I guess we're off again for today. I'm going auditing. And that's the last time we have spoken. So now you know. Oh my God, look at this tree. Yeah, glorious. If he's not going to throw the ball, I think I'll take him for a walk. If he's not going to run.
No, I'll give him the ball. I'll hold the ball for him. It's not take my phone off.
Yeah, it's warm.
Yeah, it just got warm.
Yeah, well, that's because you're moving and you're in the sun. The sun's warm. This is a weird time of year here because you never know. It's like, it's the way San Francisco is all the time. Wow, that's the long one.
It's stuck on the thing.
Look at him. He's so proud. He's like, should I run after that dog or should I take the ball back to Roger? Good boy. Yeah, see, his foot's bothering him. Well, let's see what he wants to do. He's looking for his treat. Don't I get, it's like, excuse me, Roger, do I get a treat for getting that ball or not?
Yes, you do. Just got to get it out of my pocket.
Yeah. Okay, you guys do the talking today. I'm sorry to hear that Natalie has had so much. I don't know. I can't read it. Don't have my glasses. I'm standing in the sun. Fluffy says, I'm so sorry to hear that Natalie has so much on. I can't imagine her doing it to upset you on purpose, but understand that intention doesn't always matter. Aw, you're sweet. I wish I could give you a big hug too. Actually, you know, she canceled twice. No big deal. Stuff happens. But sitting there waiting at the computer, and she had a quote unquote better guest, that was the line for me. Waiting to go on, and it was LRH's birthday, and I was dressed up for his birthday, and yeah, that one was not nice. Later, I got this, that's the last time I've spoken to her. Later, I got a message, I really have to get my shit together. This was long before Tony was sick again. So, yeah. Like when people cancel, it happens all the time, unfortunately. In this community, for some reason, you know, there are a lot of people that stay up all night too, I've noticed. A lot of creators stay up all night. Dodge, Nona, Tori, a lot of night owls in the group. And I am not one, as you know, so. So our schedules are different. But it's not like, you know, I didn't say, hey, will you please put me on? You know, it was nothing like that. It was like we met and she's like, oh my God, it would be so great to interview you. And I'm like, just, you know, let me know. Once, twice, 3 times sitting at the computer. No, thank you. So anyway, I don't bring that up to bad talk her or anything. I just have never told anybody that. And that is why I have never been on her show. Somebody asked me this yesterday. don't understand why Natalie disses you like that. She has everyone on the show but you. I said, well, it's not really a diss. But you don't, it's Fluffer, it's not about any of that at all. It's not about whether she meant to or not. I'm just telling you what happened. Somehow she manages to interview a lot of people. The lilacs smell so good. Look. I'll send you guys a picture of the bouquet of flowers that's in my kitchen right now. It's huge. Huge. Who else here? Michael? Did Michael say hi? Bottoms up, Zoe. Fluffy. Aw, isn't that your... Listen, Fluffer, I know you have a little bit of introversion, and if you can believe this or not, I do too. I'm kind of a different person when I'm auditing because my emotions, my passion for the situation take over. That was a poop. Uh-oh, squirrel. Here. You don't have to open it,
Oh, okay.
but that's okay. You just pull it out this side right here.
Okay.
Pull it out that side, and it kind of rips it for you, you know?
Okay.
I only have one hand I'm working with. There we go. There it is. Can you just pinch it with your finger? Just hold this. Thanks. Okay. But where was it? By the tree.
Straight ahead by the tree.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's old news too, is the thing. What I just said is that I've never talked to anyone about that before. And since it's just us, I thought I would just tell you what happened. Is it? One night I came out here with apples for the squirrels because they weren't very good apples. Monty, come here. He's harmless, sorry. He doesn't bite. He just wanted to say hi. Sorry about that. Oh, he scared them. Monty, see what I told you? Some people don't like that. What was I talking about? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I get really passionate, you know. When I look at those people and I see those kids coming in and out, and I know what happened to Lisa McPherson, and I know what they did to Karen de la Carriere, and I know what they've done to so many different people to silence them, and I think, how are you devoting your life to such a criminal organization? Because you can't tell me you don't know any of that in this day and age. They see the kids in Chicago coming in and out. They saw them running around with their little Narconon shirts on. And they see them doing the purification there. So you can't tell me that those adults don't know that kids are being indoctrinated and abused there. So I get very passionate about it, and that makes me come out of my shell, I guess. I just don't like... I like being alone a lot. It's my favorite condition, is alone with my dog, and has been for 20 years. The first time I ever lived alone in my life was when I got divorced in 2007. And that was like I felt so good. I'll never forget it. Getting my apartment and like I can do anything I want. I can wear whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Sleep on the floor, leave the windows open in the winter. I mean, wow, I can't even tell you how great that was. I had a kid when I was 20. And before that, I had lived with roommates, parents, other, siblings. So I don't know if you guys have ever been through that, or if you've lived your whole life with other people, and then all of a sudden you get your own place. It's like, yay! Then I realized I love being alone. Are you gonna feed them all of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Or
Sure. I mean, it's not much.
thank you.
I'm gonna go throw Pooh away, okay?
Gonna do what?
Throw his Pooh away. He doesn't hear so well. Poor Roger. He's a really good friend to Monty. Normally we meet before 7:30. He meets all his friends. That's why his friends aren't out really. And then it's a big dog wrestle in the middle of the park. And that's a lot of fun. I've filmed it a few times. Hey bud, what you doing? Come on. You guys, oh well, I'll wait till someone asks. Yeah, I get the feeling we're alike that way. And you don't annoy me. The situation is annoying, I'll admit it. It would have been for anyone. Monty, look. Monty, look. Look. You want to go get it? Up. Oh. Oh. You're a good boy. Wow, look at those teeth. Scary teeth. You got scary teeth. You're scaring me right now. Yeah, look at those teeth. Where's Michelle? You guys notice Michelle's been missing? I heard from her last night. She was in my live. Did you guys catch the live? I don't think I saw you guys there. Bottoms up. Were you there? I can't remember now. But I did a short live on a couple things that just came in. I'm going to be doing a short live every time something comes in, and there's more today. But we're having our members chat tonight, so I'll share that. If anybody shows up, I'll share it then. And everyone can talk about, which end of the deal they're working on, and we can share info if you want to, or we can talk about something completely different. Like I am going to be, hey, you know what we can talk about that's fun? Anything after like 4 p.m. your time is a push. Well, it's at 6. We could do it on a different day earlier. But again, I already did the survey. Although people voted that weren't even members, so maybe I should redo it. Can you give me the leash, please? Roger, could you please hand me the leash? It's right next to you. Thank you so much. I am going to be on a show talking about a ghost story, 2 ghost stories. Are those same two dogs? Oh no, that's Henry, isn't it?
I don't remember their names. The
Henry and
Cocker Spaniel and the Beagle.
yeah, he doesn't like them for some reason. All right, Monty, sit. Sit. Stay. Stay, stay, stay. Stay. Yeah, you good boy. Yeah, you good boy. Do you have any lilacs in your house?
Have what?
Lilacs in your house?
I don't have any. Lilacs.
Smell. Can you smell those?
Well, I smell those white things.
Yeah, those smell very loudly.
My smell. I have had a bad cold, so I can't. Those I can smell.
These you can't smell at all? Oh,
So,
too bad. They smell so good and they're so pretty.
definitely did. Those red cranberries buds will smell too.
Those are crab apples.
Crab apples. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Did I say rosemary?
You said cranberry, which is actually what they look like right now. You know, Ben used to work cranberry season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sloshing
in Maine.
around in the
Yep.
ponds.
Yes.
Tiresome. They're nice.
He was always traveling with a friend, and they were jumping freight trains. And
Well, he knows these dogs. He's not.
he would go on the freight train from like seasonal, what do you call that? Harvesting, I guess,
Yeah.
to seasonal harvesting. And he would do like canning in Alaska, in the fishery, and then he would do the weed harvest in California, and
harvesting?
weed, and then he did blueberries in Michigan, cranberries in Maine. I'm trying to think of what else. Something in Florida and something in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Anyway, they would just ride freight trains. Oh my God, he was so dirty.
Yeah. Bob and I used to pick apricots for 15 cents a bucket in the Santa Clara Valley.
How old were you?
In our teens,
Yeah.
but that's all been paved over by places like Google and that.
Oh no.
Shame, it was the best fruit in California.
I think I've been missing out enough time.
He's having a hard time.
Maine's a big state. Maine is also kind of a strange state. It's a little bit of like trucker, hillbilly kind of interior, and then this just stunning coastline. I took a vacation with my ex-husband once where I rented a red convertible in Boston and flew to Boston and drove all the way up the coast, the East Coast to Canada, and staying at all these. This was before Airbnb, so we used to call them bed and breakfast. Stayed at all these really nice bed and breakfasts, all the way up to a llama farm, a llama ranch in Canada. That was a fun trip. How'd you like Maine? Okay, so the ghost stories. So there's a channel. We're gonna walk a little, okay? So he'll poop. Oh wait, he did poop already. Do you want to go for a walk for a little bit? You feel like walking?
Not really, but I will.
Well, no, don't then. We'll come back.
Does he want a bone, do you think? Just buy him one over here.
I don't think they're open. I'm going to.
You going there today? Yeah. Okay.
So I need to get up, get going, and have one cup of coffee while I'm getting ready and one for the road. But I wanted to walk him a little bit first.
Sure.
Do you want to go or no?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take our time. Okay, and then you can hear my ghost story. Roger, have you ever seen a ghost?
Have I ever seen a ghost?
Yeah.
No.
Or heard a ghost or felt the presence of a ghost? Anything?
No, although my ex-sisters-in-law all swore that they had seen a ghost in their house in Canada.
So it just lived, did they know the ghost or did it just live in the house or what?
Apparently, they're quite familiar with it.
Oh, just from living there though, right? It's not like their grandmother that came back.
No. They're right next to a really ancient graveyard.
Cool.
On the shores of Lake Huron.
Why can't you swim in Huron?
I don't know, you couldn't.
Why can't you? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. There's a nice beach there. It's kind of like what I remember from California. I was really surprised to see it up there. Same shtick, same vendors, same surfboard sellers.
Yeah.
But no surf there.
That's strange. That's very strange. So a moped. I had a moped in what's the name of that island? Bermuda. They don't allow non-locals to rent cars there.
Yeah.
It's a small island, so I just rode around on a moped. Yeah, I did in Cozumel too. But in Bermuda, that was the first time I had ever ridden a moped. I'd ridden a motorcycle before. However, I jumped on it as if, oh, this is just going to be just like a motorcycle. What I did not foresee is how confused my brain would be for the first, hour about riding on the other side of the road. So I went to make a right turn, and instead of waiting for traffic, I started to turn into the wrong lane, obviously. Then I veered to the left, and then a car came around the corner. And I was just leaving their lane. And so I hit the gas and I crashed on like a curb, kind of. So I did not get hurt badly, but what I did have was road rash, which means swimming in the ocean is excruciating. So I tried everything. I tried bags and duct tape. I tried everything, and nothing worked. So that was kind of a buzzkill for the... That was my honeymoon, by the way. Okay, ghost story. My grandparents used to live in a haunted house, and then when they died, they haunted it too. And I'm gonna tell this whole story in detail on this show that does stuff like that. But there's a really fun story about when my cousin... So my grandparents died, then his parents died. It's kind of sad, and he was only a senior in high school, and he was living in that house alone with myself in the neighborhood. I had moved there specifically to help him finish up high school and decide what he was going to do with his life and all that. So as a 17-year-old boy would, Monty, come on, we're going to walk. He just wants to sit. He's a sitter, not a walker. He's a sprinter, not a marathon runner. So had a moped. Yeah, Maine can be so gorgeous. For 2 years in Thailand. Thailand I have not been to yet and would really like to go, but they have quite a human trafficking trade there, and involving children, and it really bothers me. So as a tourist, I'm kind of, well, for years now, I've been on the fence about whether to go. So anyway, yeah, there were these. So his parents died. He's in high school. He's living in this house. So of course he's got his friends over 24/7. They're playing video games and drinking all the time, and smoking weed, and just like he was lost and really struggling. And the way this house was built was crazy. They built it when my dad was growing up in it. And it was like, you would walk in the front door, there's a living room. You cross the living room on one end and go upstairs to 2 levels where there's bedrooms. Or you would cross the living room and go on the other side and go downstairs. And there was a kitchen down there. That was the kitchen in the dining room. So it was like a, heat on the floor, where they had this linoleum, I believe, tile on the floor. And in the wintertime, you could be down there so comfortably with no shoes or socks on. It was so warm. You'd want to be barefoot. And so one night, Andrew was woken up by these sounds. And it sounded like, so when I was growing up, we would always have big family get-togethers, because this is my Italian grandmother. Big family dinners down there. That was just where everybody hung out, basically, except for the kids. The kids were upstairs in the living room. Ew. That's from I think the treats. So, no, I mean that the only thing he eats that does that is treats, because obviously the meat doesn't do it. So, you don't have to believe in ghosts.
He's still doing it.
Poor mon Dieu.
Want me to hold this leash while you...
Sure. Thank you very much. I'm filming, by the way. I figured you knew that, right? As I'm talking into my phone. Hold on, I got a second, guys. I have duties. Duties. I said duty. Okay. So Andrew's doing all these things that are not in his best interest, right? And so one night he hears all of this noise in the basement, which was the kitchen. It's not really a basement. It had an exit that went out into what do you call that? Not reclined, like an indented patio with a garden, a raised garden. So it's like this, it's hard to explain, but it was a really cool house. They built it themselves, so they had it exactly the way they wanted it. It was completely functional. All Italians used to have, of that generation, had gardens, and beautiful big gardens, and they used it for subsistence. So you would walk out the kitchen door to a patio, and then a raised garden that went all the way around the patio and filled up the entire rest of the yard. So whatever you wanted to cook or eat that day, you would just step outside the kitchen, harvest it, and go back in. So he starts hearing these noises, and it's like forks clinking on dishes. That's what it sounds like. And voices, but not loud voices, just sort of muffled talking. Nothing he could understand. And I guess they're not crossing the streets too far. Why don't you guys come over here so he doesn't bother that dog? Monty! What? Frida's gone. Come on, guys. Monty! Uber driver. So there's all this clinking, like there's people eating dinner. Here, I got him.
You thought that was Frida, the little tiny one.
So then, he got up, obviously, went down to the living room, which is one level above the kitchen. And the lights were on down there. Oh, no, wait. The lights were on in the living room, but the lights were not on in the kitchen. That's right. So he's like looking, down, who's here? Because he thought maybe it was my dad. his uncle because he thought maybe he had come home and had some people with him and was like, because my dad was living, I think was just moving out because my cousin's mom had just passed away from cancer. And so anyway, and he's calling Uncle Terry and no answer. And so he goes down to the kitchen, turns the light on, and he heard a dish break, like a dish drop and break. And then he saw nothing. There was nothing in there. There were no dishes. It was just as he had left it, probably with a whole bunch of junk food containers and empty beer cans, right? Like nothing. So that's someone else's ghost story. And then I have, but then I have my own too. I have a couple of them. Ghost stories are fun because when I was little, we used to, my sister and I would read ghost stories to each other at night just to scare the crap out of each other. And since then, I've always loved scary. I like scary movies and stuff. I just don't like, no. Imagine if he pulled his owner over. Come on. Stop it. Good boy. Good boy. That's nonsense. What was it? So there was like watercolor almost drawings, like somebody took ink into a wet paper. Do you guys remember those? They were very popular here with the kids. And my sister and I would read them. And then I started reading really scary stuff when I was really young, like Stephen King, because my mom read his books. I would take them when she was done and read them all. And I read them all, you know, Pet Sematary, The Stand I've read so many times in my life, and it still scares me. Yeah, we read a lot of them. Then I turned, when Halloween came out in the 70s, that was the first, like Halloween and Friday the 13th came out around the same time. Halloween first, and then Friday the 13th. And then I was addicted to, you know, I was crazy about scary movies. Those scared me really badly. Those were like very scary for their time. But still, I favored the kind of stories that don't involve real things. I like the phenomenon type ones where, like the ones everyone makes fun of. Like, what was that one that Naomi Watts was in? Where The Ring, and those Japanese movies that they remade in English that Sarah Michelle Gellar was in. Anyway, Passover's tomorrow. Passover starts tomorrow. So of course I'm going to have to visit my friend Israel today, because he's very busy with family and community things. Israel lives in a community that's all Jewish, mostly Jewish. And there are a lot of Orthodox people in that community. And around the high holidays, they're very busy. They do all the family stuff. Hey, Kat, when did you sneak in here? So Kat is going to come on and talk, aren't you? Kat's going to come on and tell a Scientology story next week. Guess what their last name is? I'll say Killingham. Kelly. What do you think, Roger?
What's their last name?
Yeah.
Kravitz.
Kravitz. That's a good one. But we know them, so you can't guess. They're gutting this building. This pink house just got bought and gutted. They're gutting it. It's a historical building in a historical neighborhood, so they can't tear it down. Believe me, all these would be tear downs if this was Hinsdale. Come on, dummy. This little love to introduce with Z News. Live, not love. Live! Don't shake. Don't shake. It's the easiest thing. You'll be in your the comfort of your very own home, and it will be over before you know it. Just stay calm and speak slowly. You're gonna be great. Don't worry. Speak more slowly than you think you should. That's something I learned from Aaron, because we don't realize how quickly we speak until we start speaking in public. And then it's like, wait a second, what'd you say? I mean, I tried so hard on the Dream Exchange Live to speak slowly. And still, one of the comments I got was, I can't follow. Which is fine, because there was a lot left out, number one. I wanted to just give the skeletal outline of the situation so that people would understand the bigger picture, and then fill it in with the people who are employees of Dream Exchange that are also employees of the Ideal org. That's the next show I'll do. Last night fills in some of the connection between the two with the Hubbard technology in the PPM, and also the PPM gives a really good look at how disorganized and unprofessional Dream Exchange is, because the way it's written and is just so weird and shoddy. And then also the fact that there is the wife of the director of the Ideal org is giving directions to the Dream Exchange staff. Hi, how are you? About taking their Scientology courses and how they should do it, where they should do it, what they should bring with them and what they should not, etc. Shows the closeness of, well, obviously she's the CEO of Dream Exchange's daughter-in-law. Again, they're married. I don't know, where did this rumor come from that they're getting married? That came from Windy City, I think, that they're getting married. They're not getting married. They're renewing their vows on May 25th. Also, do you guys remember Ivy from March 3rd? Does anybody remember Ivy from the opening? You can flap all you want. That's funny. That's awesome. That happens to everybody, Fluffy. That's not you. That's human. That happens to everyone. You're hilarious. I have to watch it. What's it on? Z News? Zenus is one of our researchers. She's amazing. I love her. Is that who it was? Zenus KC? And why didn't you tell us? Did you tell the chat and then I didn't see it? I would have been there clapping my hands for you. I would have flapped right along with you.
What's up, buddy?
Come on. Monty's losing his vim and vigor. What's going on? What's the
He
matter?
didn't like it. He said heading back home. He didn't like it.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. You don't want to go back home? You want to go live at the park?
Yes.
I'll come visit you once in a while.
I'm gonna sit on my bench.
I know. It's like you dragged me off that concrete seat in the sun for this. But I have got to, get going. I really want at least, well, Israel will be there, so it'll be fine. I got somebody that's going to be in the background, guys, of my channel. It's not Lisa. Lisa already is. But this is a person who will be on StreamYard who can star questions if there are important things that I need to see and kick people out if there are people disturbing the other viewers. Answer questions that he knows the answers to, things like that. And no, this is a creator who very generously offered to do this for me. So he's amazing and I'm so grateful. So that'll be happening too today. I mean, the next time I audit, whenever that may be. You're right. Look at these tulips. I haven't seen Marguerite in forever.
You mean Margie?
No.
Marguerite. Who's Marguerite?
Marguerite had the Beagle Mix Finn.
As a what?
Beagle Mix Finn. She lives right here. Her husband was a lawyer. She was an ER. She is an ER nurse.
Finn is what kind of? What do you mean?
Beagle Mix.
Beagle mix. What color is he?
Like a beagle, white with spots.
Oh, okay.
But he passed away probably 2 years ago now.
I just saw her, but I'm not sure.
Oh. This is her condo building. They lived here for a long time. She raised her 2 daughters here. And when you used to be able to, safely raise kids in a city without microchipping them. Just a joke. It's a joke. Everybody in here is from England. Well, not everybody, but everyone who's talking in the chat is from England.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Architecturally, this is my favorite courtyard building.
There's Midlands, Sussex, and Surrey, I think is the other one, no? Midlands, Sussex.
I lived in Surrey for a month.
Did you?
Yeah.
For work?
Kingston upon Thames.
Kingston upon Thames in Surrey. What was the neighborhood like?
Well, it was not as nice as Richmond, which was across the park.
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of place you'd see in the National Geographic.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like not much to do except schlep around the park with your Wellingtons. It's always muddy.
Mm-hmm. Raining, right? Lots of rain.
Yeah. It was generally Soberton was a bit of a downer, but the rest of it was nice.
Cat! I forgot. Sorry. Cat's in Washington State. I have been to Seattle once, and that was just because my son Ben died, and so that was not a good experience at all. In fact, I was honestly, it was sort of an out-of-body experience. There was a lot about that trip that I don't remember at all. For example, I don't remember buying the plane tickets. I don't remember how I got from the airport to the Airbnb. There's a lot of it I don't remember. That was weird. I didn't know it was happening at the time, right? I thought I was just like handling business. I'd go get done what had to be done, but that was a real, that's what happens to you mentally. I think when people go through wars and, you know, those poor kids over in Gaza now, and they're gonna need lots of treatment and help. When bad things happen, your mind checks out. Well, at least mine did. And that had never, ever happened to me before. And I've had a lot of stuff, right? But losing time, chunks, big chunks of time, that's never happened to me before or since. So that must be like a reflection of like how traumatic it was. It's okay, you're fine. No, he's not. He just wants to make sure you're there. Wow, look at these trees with all their greenery. They're so happy. What?
You got one solid uglier color for a car than that, but I'm not sure.
Huh? I like it. It's green. Well, it's not the greatest green, is it?
I'm probably looking at a smaller car.
It's funny, you always notice cars. I never look at cars. To me, it's just a way to get somewhere.
Well, that's a teenager in California.
Northwest from Seattle. Well, Washington State is absolutely gorgeous. The B&B I stayed in had it wasn't a B&B, it was an Airbnb. And it had you know those kind of like evergreen trees that you guys have in Washington that look like Dr. Seuss evergreens?
You got somebody from Washington?
Yeah.
Oh. Tell them my daughter and my granddaughter live in Puyallup.
Where? Puyallup?
Puyallup.
Say it again.
Puyallup.
Puyallup is where Roger's relatives live in Washington State.
Tell
Cat.
a story about where the Oak Street Oak Something boys were bad. They sang Flowers on the Wall, stuff like that.
Oak Ridge?
Oak Ridge.
Uh-huh.
There you go. They were touring. They were driving from Spokane to SeaTac Airport.
Okay.
They passed through Puyallup.
Puyallup.
What we knew a Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know this story. Yeah, tell it.
They asked this lady in a very snotty tone, "What do you call this place?" And the lady looked at them and very carefully enunciated, "Dairy Queen."
Where'd you hear that story?
From my daughter who lives in Puyallup.
Ah, I see. I see.
Well known there. Let's go back inside.
Yeah, we'll be there in a little bit. See you later, alligator. Puyallup has the best fare. Huh, I'll have to tell him that. I bet he knows. He goes there to visit his daughter and his granddaughter. So bottoms up, you've lost, it's crazy, right? That whole, well, yeah, just entire it's not just that. Like, I've had a lot of loss as well in terms of death, starting at an early age. And I've also had, out of body experiences during trauma. But I cannot, as hard as I try, I can't bring that time back. Like, even now that the grief and the shock of it has subsided, and I think and talk about Ben all the time, and when I think about him, I'm happy because I just really love him, and and the things I think about, I'm proud of. So even though all that stuff has really come around, hey, Midwest Night Watcher, how are you? I still cannot, for the life of me, bring that time back. I can't remember. You'd think once the trauma's subsided and, things change. I remember someone telling me, I remember walking around for a week with tears pouring out of my eyes, not crying, just my eyes would not stop tearing. I was like, I wasn't crying. It was the weirdest thing. Like, oh, blow your nose, cry some more. It wasn't like that. It's just that my heart was broken. And when your heart breaks, your eyes just keep tearing, no matter what. So that was weird. And then I just still can't bring back any of that time. I don't remember what happened. I have flashes of things. Some good, some bad. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I don't know why I brought that up. I apologize. Look at the gardens are coming out. This is someone's. And this is someone's. Cute, huh? All right, guys, I'm going up to, it's been over an hour and it's been lovely spending time with you. I'm gonna go guzzle some coffee, brush my teeth, and go to church. Okay, so I'll see you in a little bit. Bye, thanks for coming. Love you guys. I'll give you your kiss. Bye-bye from me and Monty. Bye-bye.